Hello everyone, welcome to the 23rd of January, which is this little block here. And you can see that for January what's happening is we've got 3 blocks where there would normally be 2. And that's because if you've got a 31-day month and a 30-day space, sometimes you have to just squash some blocks together. You'll notice that for February, which has fewer days, you've got an extra big space on the 1st and also on the last day of the month as well. So when I've got a smaller block like this, I tend to use a fine thread, and this one is fine cotton. It's one of my own hand dyed ones, and you can see I haven't yet done the divisions between these 3 days here, so I'm just going to do that first with a chain stitch. I think I'm just going to do a little chain stitch division, and I'll do that just up to the end. Okay, so I've done this chain stitch dividing line here, and I think what I'm going to do is whip it or thread it, which with the eye end of the needle I'm just passing it under each stitch. And you get this kind of rope effect, which I think is quite attractive. Okay, so that's given us quite a nice line there. And I've still got thread left, so you know my general feeling is if you've got thread left, just keep going. And there is no plan here. I'm just going to see how much thread I've got and see what happens to it. So I'm just going to kind of self-couch this, and you do need to be careful if you're doing this without a frame, because it's very easy to pull that long float too tight. But you know, hold it in your hands and you'll get a feel for it. And then maybe I've still got some left, so maybe I will bring it slightly over this way. And again, I'm just going to catch that down with some little stitches. And I think I might get another one more out of that. It's getting where you can see it. And again, I'm just going to catch that down. And what I might do next, I think, is use another colour and just do more random overlapping lines. Okay, so I've just changed colour here. I've gone for another fine cotton. This one's a kind of greyish lilac. And I think I'm just going to do more of the same. So just more self-couching, just fairly randomly crisscrossing lines. So, how are you doing with your daily stitching? Are you enjoying it? Are you making up patterns of your own? How easy are you finding it? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if you still want these videos to carry on, because I notice that each one gets fewer and fewer views. So people are either already bored or they're managing perfectly well on their own and they don't need the help, or nobody wants to watch me sewing, or some other reason. So again, let me know. If you are enjoying it, please do give me a thumbs up. Actually use the thumbs up button, please, because that just keeps, well, it helps to keep the algorithm, the all-powerful algorithm, showing it to more people. If you really want to, give me a thumbs down, because, and some people do, which kind of, I don't know, I find it a bit funny. Maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should take it more seriously. But anyway, let me know. I'm going to take this one up to the top edge, just so it's not sort of quite so regularly back and forth, just to give it a bit of something a bit more dynamic. And again, I'll do this until this thread runs out. And then I will look at it again and decide if we need a third sweep. So where's this one going to go? Probably there. Right, so I've just picked a third colour, which is just another, again, it's a fine cotton. This one's kind of darkish blues. And again, I'm just adding some lines fairly randomly, just kind of letting them go where they want to. And when you're doing something fairly abstract like this, you decide when it's finished. So basically you do as much as you think it needs. And I'm just thinking about where I'm going to go next. Probably up there. And that depends on what you like, really. You know, it's your stitching. It's only got to please you. Even if it doesn't please you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't like what you've done. Just come back to it again tomorrow. And sometimes when you do a square that you really don't like, sometimes when you look at it again a couple of days later, you kind of think, oh, actually that's not as bad as I thought it was. And that happens to me too. I don't always like every block that I stitch, but it doesn't matter, because the value is in the just, you know, sitting quietly and doing it. It doesn't matter if you produce something that you don't find attractive. You could literally stitch anything. You know, you could do rows and rows of running stitch, and you'd get the same therapeutic benefit from it. So we can let go of any pressure to be perfect, because all we're doing is taking some time to sit quietly and do something we enjoy. And that's where all the benefit is. And I'm nearly at the end of the thread, and I think that's probably enough. So I'm going to call that finished. So tomorrow we've got another smaller block for the 24th, and then we'll be 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So we'll end in this bottom right hand corner. So there we go. Enjoy your Friday and happy stitching.